this video, I'm going to talk about cravings, urges, desires, and not just with food, but with anything in your life, any kind of craving, any kind of compulsion or urge to do something. And I'm going to relate it to ancient medicine because that's what I do. So sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jen. We're going to talk about cravings today, and not just from the standpoint of food. We are going to talk about food cravings, but cravings, even like urges, addictions, desires, either on a emotional need, on a food level, on a spiritual need, okay? All three are intertwined. So when you have a craving, for example, if you have a food craving, right? You're craving chocolate or something. That is a signal by your body, mind, or spirit of some sort of unmet, fulfilled need. So any kind of craving or desire in your life is an unmet, fulfilled need. Okay? So you have to look deeper at to what is the need that you're trying to obtain. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, of course. Well, you could say food cravings, right? And we know this. Food cravings could be on a physical level, right? Could be your body needs some sort of nutrient, or it needs something to balance something else out. From a 5-element perspective, you know, fire, earth, metal, water, wood, taken from the Chinese 5 elements, thousands of years old. All the elements out in nature are also inside of us and work in harmony with our bodies. So the elements are tied to emotions, they're tied to organ systems of our body, they're tied to all kinds of stuff that make us function. So just like in nature, we need the seasons, we need this rhythmic cyclical pattern in our bodies, same thing, but not just on a physical level. So body, mind, and spirit, unmet, fulfilled need when it comes to cravings, urges. So it's looking deeper into what that is. So, for example, fire has to do with the heart, okay? Love and joy. So if you're seeking love right now, you're seeking love, you're seeking excitement, you're seeking something, that could be an imbalance with the fire element. It could be something with the heart. Not that you have something wrong with your heart, but on an emotional level. So you're seeking love, compassion, something. Could stem back from abandonment issues or back when you did not feel loved. Why is there a hole within your heart? That's something to look into. Earth, food, it's about food, nurture. Earth element is tied to the stomach, the spleen, our digestion. So usually when people have like emotional eating habits or they're craving food, it could be any of the elements, but usually it's some sort of imbalance in the earth element because earth is tied to the stomach and our digestion. So on a physical level, usually a sweet craving is something off with our body. Either we need some sort of vitamins or nutrients we're not getting enough of, or on the emotional aspect, it could be we're not getting the nurture, okay? We're not nurturing ourselves, we're nurturing other people. We didn't feel nurtured when we were younger, something like that. So that could be that. Metal is an interesting one, okay? If you're seeking recognition, you're seeking acknowledgement, this could be an imbalance in the metal element. Metal element's tied to the lung and the large intestine, so it's tied to our respiratory, to our breathing. So if you feel like you're having trouble breathing or shallow breathing, or you're having trouble letting go, large intestine, right? Not just physical, it's emotional. So all the elements, not only on a physical level, the organ systems, but an emotional level, okay? Large intestine, letting go. What are you not letting go of right now? That can block you up, right? Block you up. And so recognition. Why do you not feel acknowledged or recognized? Why are you not seeking that? Usually with a mental imbalance, the inner critic comes out a lot, and we're very self-critical and very like, I want the attention from other people, and it's very like, I don't know, inward focused. Water imbalance, understanding. If you're seeking understanding or seeking people don't get you or something like that, it can leave you feeling isolated. Okay, out of balance, you can be more withdrawn and all kinds of stuff because you feel like nobody gets you. This is tied, water is tied to the kidneys, the urinary bladder, the adrenal system. So if you are craving understanding from other people, that people get you, pay attention. You could have physical signs too. So when you have a craving for something, realize that that emotional craving can turn into some sort of physical thing in your body tied to a particular element. So if you're seeking understanding, nobody gets you. Suddenly you're more withdrawn, right? Isolated. You're very yin in nature. Kidney issues, urinary bladder, you're peeing more, I don't know, adrenal fatigue and stuff like that. So pay attention to that. And wood is an interesting one. Wood could be a craving for power, status. It could be sex addiction. Sex addiction could be, it could also be fire because you're seeking that excitement. The heart likes to be excited or stimulated, right? So when you don't have that, you're seeking things outside. So that could be like a deficiency in the fire element. You're seeking not love, but excitement. Or on a physical level, it could be an imbalance with wood because wood has a lot of energy behind it, has a lot of yang energy. So you could be some sort of imbalance there or like, yeah, exactly. Wood is tied to the liver, the gallbladder. You may see issues with you're waking up between 1 and 3 a.m. in the middle of the night because that's the time where the wood, the liver is most prominent, where it's every organ system in your body has a particular time where the energy of that organ is the strongest. So if you find yourself unable to sleep or you're waking up, say, 1 to 3 a.m. is going to be wood, 3 to 5 is going to be metal, which is lungs, large intestine. So if you're waking up between those times, like coughing or hacking up a lung, realize that respiratory, maybe because you're trying to, you may find yourself waking up coughing out phlegm. Body's trying to let go of something, right? Pay attention to this. This is all connected. This is all connected, man. So yeah, wood could be tension in your body too. Headaches, migraines, tension in your muscles because it has to do with muscles, ligaments. So whenever you're craving something, you can always relate it back to ancient medicine. Anything, right? It's very interesting. But really what it is, it's an unmet need, fulfilled need. So for example, if you find that, okay, I've discovered that my heart needs some loving, my fire is out of balance, what can I do? Well, when it comes to love and it comes to joy, you have to understand, why are you looking for love and joy outside and not from yourself? So you have to go within. Self-love is the first step to finding love naturally, okay? If you're seeking it all the time, you're coming from a place of lacking love. Earth, nurture. Am I nurturing other people more than myself? Why am I not nurturing myself? Why am I not giving myself what my body needs? Why is my body craving certain foods and I'm depriving it of that, right? We all want to lose weight. We all want to go on these deprivation diets, but you have to pay attention. And, I'm a big proponent of intuitive eating because your body is always giving you signals what it needs. And it's not going to tell you, Jen, I'm craving a Twix bar. I'm craving a Twix bar. No, it might be that your body's craving sweet. And actually you can relate food cravings to any of these because each element also has a flavor that goes with it. But usually people crave, what do they crave? Sweet or salty, right? Salty has to do with water. Sweet has to do with earth. That's why I say that, because you have bitter, you have pungent, you have sour, all other flavors. But usually people crave sweet when they're emotionally eating. And that's usually not nurturing yourself, can lead to digestive issues because it's tied to the stomach and the spleen, right? Acknowledgement, recognition. Why am I not focusing on my wins, right? It's about reframing and shifting. And instead of focusing on all the flaws and how you're not getting the attention that you're seeking or the recognition for something you're working on, or you feel like nobody is watching your videos or following you and stuff like that. This goes deep, this goes within, this goes back to something. Why do I feel this way? What happened in my previous lifetime or my past or when I was younger that made me so self-critical of myself. Made me so self-critical of myself, right? I have to look into that, okay? Because, you know, the more the inner critic is hounding us, the more we may have issues with letting go, right? We're attaching. The water, understanding, nobody gets me, nobody understands me. I'm gonna go deep in my own thoughts and isolate myself. Then you may realize, you know, you're tired a lot, right? Kidneys are in bladder, adrenals. Kidneys are the foundation of the body in Chinese medicine. They are pretty much the most important organ, and they have a lot to do with our inherent energy, our power source. So we can get in states of, you know, depression goes along with metal, you know, sadness can go along with this if we're not feeling recognized, acknowledged. But water, if we're not feeling understood, we can get into states of fear, states of where we don't want to leave our home and things like that. Wood, power, status. The emotion associated with wood is anger. So if we don't get the power, the status out of balance, we can feel angry at others, angry at ourselves. So you can do it. It can go external, or we can internalize it and depress it, and it can become sort of depression. So love, joy. Let's see, earth, food, nurture, but also the emotion associated with earth is going to be overthinking, worry. Okay, out of balance, you may find yourself worrying too much about what you're eating, overthinking your diet plans instead of simplifying it. Okay, so if you're on a diet right now, pay attention to the earth. What are you not nurturing? What are you overthinking about? Okay, and earth is the mother of metal. So if earth is out of balance, it's going to affect your metal, most likely. And metal is about letting go. What are you still attaching to? What are you not letting go of, right? Because if you're holding on, it can cause sadness, depression, the emotion associated with it. Metal, metal is the mother of water. So understanding can lead to fear. I went through those already. So any kind of craving, desire is always tied to something deeper within you, not just on the physical level. Like if you think of food craving, just physical, of course it's emotional, but it's also spiritual, because we want all the elements to work in our bodies. We want everything to flow within ourselves. And, you know, not only chi, but also just how we live our life, how we adapt. So if we're still holding on or we're still attaching to stuff, then we're going to find there's imbalances, like pressure buildup. It's like, why are we not letting go of stuff, right? Why are we not letting go of stuff? Why do we feel so rigid in life? Why do we feel so angry at other people? Well, it could be that we have issues with competition and power and status, and, you know, stuff gets out of balance. So, you know, you don't necessarily need drugs all the time if you have these urges. Some people, that's their first go-to, but I say explore where the urges come from, okay? Where are they stemming from? What is out of balance? So this is, you have to be kind of a detective with yourself and not just say, okay, it's all from PTSD, from trauma. Yes, but relate that now currently what is also out of balance in your body, because this is all connected. So maybe if I eat better and I nurture myself more, it's going to support, you know, because earth mother's metal or something like that. And I know this can get complex, this can get complicated, but everything supports everything else. So if you improve one aspect of your area of your life, then other aspects, it'll just naturally shift through. See, we live in the Western world, we live in a society where it's like we focus on one little symptom, one little thing. We don't take in the whole picture. Well, in your life, you have to look at it from a bird's eye view. You have to take everything into account. That's why it's called holistic medicine, the whole person, right? Take into account the whole person. How is everything working together in your body? Maybe I need to sleep or maybe my sleep is disrupted because I'm not letting go of something, or maybe, you know, so it's a lot of different things, and it can get complex, but it's something, if you're aware of every little thing and you try to put it all together, then it makes more sense. It starts to make more sense. You start to see that body, mind, and spirit are truly connected, because each component, if one component is missing or out of balance, it's going to affect the other things. It's going to affect our spirit. It's going to affect our mind if we don't take care of our bodies, and vice versa, right? So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, please let me know. I've done a bunch of other videos on the 5 elements, including some intro videos on elemental types. Usually we have 1 or 2 that are more dominant, even though we have all the elements within us. And yeah, it's a really fascinating concept. So if you want to learn more, please reach out to me, and I'll be happy to let you know. Please subscribe. I put out new videos every single week, and I will see you on the next video. So have a good one. Peace.